guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm fresh from a 3-day fast of just one meal a day. One of my friends have been doing this for about a decade now. I was able to do it last year for about 14 days while we were on vacation in Vietnam. We would eat at around 5:30 in the afternoon for just a bit of a snack, but within the hour we will be ordering like lots of pork, beef, and all those protein stuff. And then we would have maybe a glass of red wine. It was very manageable because we were on vacation. I didn't have to like really be stressed. I didn't even work out the entire time we were in vacation. We will still wake up early in the morning, but only to catch the sun because we were doing a lot of photography. But other than that, it was just mainly about vacation. So when I came back in the Philippines, I, of course, lost a lot of weight. My body went into a reset, so that was how I felt. But of course, I came back, I ate again, the usual meals. During the time when I was doing paleo, intermittent fasting already was hard to bundle with paleo. So how much more can I bundle a one meal a day? It's really tough. So I thought to myself, why don't I just do it for 3 days and pull the plug when it feels so bad? You know? I noticed it can be done. You can actually do it. It was actually one of the busiest week of my year so far, and the reason I tried it is because I thought my time doesn't even permit me to like really sit down and eat my meal, because here in the Philippines our lunch breaks and sometimes our dinner are like social events for us. So 3 days ago, it was hard enough for me to even squeeze in eating like a lunchbox, because I brought a lunchbox of Saba bananas with raisins, sliced almonds, some nut butter from Made by Maxine. I'm gonna link it here. And then also a little bit of some Himalayan salt. I bought the Made by Maxine and the Himalayan salt from beautymanila.com, so I'm gonna link it also. So those were the things that I put together and into a lunchbox that I would eat sometime when I already have the time. And then I also managed to buy a portion of pork binagoongan. It's actually pork with shrimp paste, and it's actually salty, so I like it. And that's all I had for the first day. Now, I was never hungry the entire day of day 1, even at night. And I've been doing reports at night, so it was easy. I was able to sleep well. There was no way was I ever antsy, and no way was I ever irritated. So day 1 went well. Day 2, I had less food because I had just chop suey and a portion of lechon kawale. So it's actually deep fried pork belly here in the Philippines. So it's very crunchy, and the portion wasn't small. So this time I had like maybe this big of a portion, like a huge slab of pork belly. And that was good. I really liked it. And because I wasn't being very restrictive, there was food on the pantry in the office, and people were celebrating like some event, and I had to have like four Shanghai rolls. They were deep fried rolls, and they have meat inside, ground pork, and some vegetables inside. So I had 4 of those, and that's about it. So the total time I ate for the day 2 was from 12 o'clock to 4, but those are the only things I had. So I was very hungry on day 2 at night. So 10:30 in the evening until maybe around 1:30 in the morning. I never really had anything solid, but I was having like my long black over eyes. Don't get confused. I would have coffee in the morning, but I was just black, and black is always negligible. It's always allowed in paleo, and I presume it would still be allowed in the one meal a day diet, or 1 meal a day, whatever you want to call it, way of eating. So I'd still have that in the morning, but in the evening, because I was finishing a report, I had that, and I was so hungry, and it's not even enough to curb my hunger. So I would have a lot of water, and I would have that, but it didn't help. So I slept really hungry. So day 3 came, and again I had the saba bananas with some sliced almonds and raisins, but I never had the time to actually get a spoonful of the nut butter anymore, so there wasn't anything. I ate at 10:30 because I already knew that I was so hungry when I slept. And I had it at, no, not 10:30. I had it at, oh yeah, I had it at 10:30. So I had an early meal, and then at 11, before 11:30, so within the hour, I had like 3 types of food. So I had okra with bagong. Again, bagong is shrimp. No, it's not bagong. It's alamang. It's shrimp paste here in the Philippines. So it's like maybe 4 slices of okra, and the full okra, and then some of those paste. And then I also had kare-kare, which is pork in peanut sauce. It's actually pork stew in peanut sauce here in the Philippines. So it also has a bundled shrimp paste with it. So I really love that. And then I had, but these are like small portions, okay, not as big as the slab that I had the day before. So then I also had like a pork belly, just a few slices, maybe 4 or 5 slices. It wasn't much. And then, so I just finished my saba banana, and that's it. And then in the afternoon, that was the only time I had coffee, because I watched, and I'm gonna link this video that I watched on YouTube. I watch on YouTube that when you're doing the 1 meal a day, you might have to hold off on the coffee because it might affect your adrenal glands, and if your adrenals malfunction, it's not going to be good for you. So because coffee agitates you and the caffeine might kick in like the wrong way, I kind of like stopped my Nespresso on day 3. And Nespresso, I think, is stronger in flavor and also in caffeine compared to the other brewed coffee that I have been having on day 3. I'm pretty sure, because they're close to water to me. It felt like they're close to water. In the evening of day 3, I was again very hungry. So what I did, of course I would hydrate all the time. So I managed to get into the stationary bike of the gym despite being hungry. Drank a lot of water, and then after about maybe 45 minutes of being on the bike, the gym was full anyway, so I never had the chance to go on the free weights. I called in for a massage. I had like a foot massage and I had a full body massage, 1 hour each. I went back home and then I slept. So I wasn't super hungry on day 3 versus day 2, but I slept both nights being hungry. So I am on day 4 now, and I don't really plan on continuing this on the 4th day, but I'm still filming, so I might as well not eat yet. It's already 1 p.m. and I haven't had my meal, and it can be done. So it's possible. I thought that when you're working, it's not possible because you're up and about, you're doing things, you're commuting, you're working out, and you're thinking. But it can be done. My brother, who's doing 1 meal a day, he only does it Monday to Fridays. And then on weekends, he would come back to eating like regularly whatever he wants to eat, but not like ravenous. Like he would eat maybe 3 times a day, but that's just about it. And he has dropped a lot of weight, and I've noticed it. And my intention for doing this is not exactly to drop a lot of weight, but to actually just find out if I can do the challenge. And mind you, while I was doing this, I am still on my 30-day no rice, no bread, no pasta, no artificial sweets, no ice cream, no dessert, and no chocolates for 30 days. And I'm gonna talk about that on a different upload because that's another story. So what did I notice on those 3 days that I've been doing this 1 meal a day? First, I was very thirsty. Like the entire day, I was very thirsty. I will be able to get on with day 1 really easily, but day 2 and 3 were tough because of the hunger. But I never noticed any toxins coming out, like you feel irritated for no reason, because that was what I felt when I had that juicing experience. And juicing, I never even finished the entire day. I drank the last bottle, lemon juice or calamansi juice with some cayenne pepper. It tasted really good, but after a while I felt really antsy. I felt really irritated for whatever reason. And I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna happen. So I grabbed my potato chips and went back to eating. But this one, I never felt that. They all say it happens on day 4, but so far I haven't really felt it. It's already day 4 and haven't had anything yet. So maybe it happens on the 4th night. Then the one thing that I noticed, which I can't explain, is that on day 2, when I first had my meal, I felt like this right side of my cheek was strained, not painful but tired on this portion of my face. It went on until the entire night of day 2. Then on day 3, I pretty much feel like maybe there was a pinched nerve, because I thought, is this Bell's palsy or something? But I think that my body was super stressed enough, not just with work but also with not eating enough, and my body was used to having like a potato chip or like a glass of red wine at night, and I never had anything. But I was still working and I was still doing late nights because, as I've mentioned, it wasn't part of the plan, but I was just, I had to go on doing this despite my job, because that's what I'm trying to prove, that I can do this while I'm still doing my job. So that aside, the pinched nerve feeling on the right side of my face, I kind of enjoyed it. But I did notice bloating on day 3. I went to the stationary bike already for 45 minutes, never had anything to eat the entire night, but I still felt really bloated, and I don't know why. It went away the next day, on day 4, but I was just wondering why. I haven't been having anything and I'm still bloated. What are my good thoughts about this? I kind of like it because it's a good way to kickstart your diet. Because one of my friends did intermittent fasting and he got into a bit of a disappointment because it hasn't been showing for about 2 months straight, but he just kept going, and I didn't see him for a bit, so maybe I saw him on month 4 and I was like, are you losing weight? So if you're someone who wants to kickstart something like that because some things aren't working, you can do it in tandem, because I did this 3-day 1 meal a day diet in tandem with my no pasta, no bread, no rice, no artificial sweets, no dessert, no ice cream, no chocolate, for 30 days, and it has been going on since this is my 2nd week already. So but I've been doing that previously before, and while I have seen results, I thought maybe I should like bundle them together for just a bit, just 3 days for the other and 30 days for the other one. And I saw, like, save for the bloating on day 3, I saw like it felt light. I felt really light. I felt like I can wear anything, and there was nothing that I needed to throw out because I just don't fit. I know that the effect, when I do something, the effect happens on the following week. You see the effect the following week. But here, when I did the 1 meal a day, I already saw tremendous effect of slimming down and being able to fit your pants and your like the waistline of my skirt. They were fitting, however not maybe on the butt side, but it has an effect. It's a good way to tandem with whatever you're already doing, and it's a good way to kickstart whatever diet you're doing. So I like it. And last of all, can it be done on a regular basis? I honestly think that this is not the diet for me on a long term, because intermittent fasting for me is the long-term solution. And I probably would do intermittent fasting, like changing it, being restrictive, being not so restrictive, for the long haul. I'm gonna do this for the long haul. I'm gonna do the 16-8 and sometimes the 12-12, but doing the 1 meal a day forever, I don't think I'm up for it, because I'm the type of person who has a lot of requirement every time it's nearing time of the month. Whenever I get tested, I usually have very low red blood cells. That's when I really require a lot of sustenance, and I cannot do this for like forever. But I can do this for maybe 3 to 5 days a week whenever I feel like there's nothing to celebrate anyway. So I can do this for every Mondays to Wednesdays maybe. And then I can also do this maybe once every 2 weeks, just to keep myself in check. Anyway, I believe in fasting. It puts your body in the mode where you can actually burn the fats. I kind of like accumulated a lot of bad fats, really. So now I'm really trying my best to come back to something and find something that would work for me, not only on my schedule but also something that my age now requires, because aging is different. I have to admit to myself that life is already different now. Gone are the days when you're so invincible, because before I could eat like so much and so much rice, because rice is like my comfort food. And now it's different. But overall, I recommend you try it, even for just a day, even for just 3 days. It's a good way to kickstart whatever diet you're doing. It's a good way to actually see results faster. I held off on the vitamins. I didn't drink any vitamins. I held off on the coffee on day 3, and I made sure that I ate protein, good carbs. So there you have it. That's my experience of just having one meal a day for 3 days. I recommend you do it. You just have to watch out for how your body reacts. I always had that feeling that if my body reacts very bad, I would pull the plug. If you have questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I will make sure to get back to you right away. And if you like this review, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button, and I hope to see you again in my next upload. Bye!